Hi, my name is Tyler Perfect. I'm here to talk to you about migrating to Linux Mint. We have a company called Taters that is selling potato chips. And there is a processing facility employing 451 employees in 8 different departments that are selling these good, wholesome potato chips. Currently, they're using Windows operating systems, but they need to figure out what to do with their new system. This is where Linux comes into play. Now we have Linux and we have Windows. Both of these operating systems are highly competitive business systems that are used throughout the world as software systems. Windows is a large single company running on in a single system. They are very well known to people. Bill Gates has started the company in the 1980s, and a lot of people know about them. Linux, on the other hand, is a system that is edited by the world. It's a large community, and Linux is growing. It is made by the people. What are the advantages of Linux Mint? Well, Linux Mint is more secure. It does not need to be updated as often as Windows does. It doesn't have any licensing issues. There are no constraints. It allows flexibility, nimbleness, adaptability, because you aren't constrained to 18-month contracts that you do when you're using Windows. The operating system also works on older hardware systems. In this case, in many cases it's working on, if you have older hardware systems, it is able to work and perform just as well on them. It also has very good cloud access. The cloud access is better than its competitors. It is a superior service. What can this do for Taters? Well, Taters, this can allow them to keep these older computers, the Optiplex, the Toshiba. It can allow them to keep them for long periods of time and not have to buy new hardware, which can be very expensive. It also works with the Windows Server 2012 R2 file system and application servers, and as well as the Exchange server. It will allow a free system for Taters. It will allow them to not have to worry about sinking cost while they have issues with maybe new equipment. Maybe they want to expand in other areas. There are fewer IT administrators needed with Linux Mint platform. It's easier to manage. There are only 8 employees currently in the IT department, and this will be very beneficial to them as they work. Their workload will be more easily managed. Also, the operating system can be installed and then can be done without being installed, and therefore the training can be much easier on Linux than it would be on Windows. You can train new employees on the system. You can decide whether you want the system or not. It is also very familiar to them, as Linux Mint has a very similar GUI to Windows. The applications that Linux Mint can use as the company moves forward is Wine. Wine is an application that allows the user to, and the system, to migrate their existing information over into the new operating system. They can use Salesforce, which will allow them to build better relationships with the outside. They can use LibreOffice, which functions similar to Microsoft Office Suite, and will allow them to run the word processing and allow all the departments to communicate with each other well. There is also GIMP, which will allow the packaging, the processing, and other departments create new labeling, new art for the Taters potato chip design. There's also CrashPlan. CrashPlan will allow the company to back up their systems. CrashPlan allows everything to be saved onto the cloud, and will allow, in case of a fire or flood or any kind of robbery, to keep everything safe and secure. This is what is essential to Taters. They need a safe, nimble, flexible operating system. Linux Mint offers that to them. Linux Mint is for the mid-sized business like Taters. It makes sense in two ways. It makes sense as an operating system, and it makes sense as in business sense. Thank you.